Draymond Green's basic numbers, particularly on offense, are as good as they've been in years. He's shooting the ball well, distributing, and providing his sometimes over-the-top brand of intensity on the other end. But in the 2023-24 season, sometimes is happening far too often for the Golden State Warriors. Green made just 6 appearances since his 5-game suspension for putting Minnesota Timberwolves center Rudy Gobert in a chokehold. And midway through the 6th, he took exception to some so-called handsy defense from Jusuf Nurkic, spun around and smacked the taste out of his mouth. After the game, Green apologized to the Phoenix Suns big man and said he hadn't intended to hit him, but you could be the judge of that. Of course, we can't really get into the head of Draymond. Certainties on his intentions are impossible to come by. But this is obviously far from his first time crossing a line. Green apologized to Nurkic post-game, calling the situation an accident.
As you know, I'm not one to apologize for things I meant to do, but I do apologize to you, sir. Because I didn't intend to hit him. I sell cars with my arms. So I was just selling the car because he was grabbing me and pulling my hip back. So I spun away, and unfortunately, I hit him.
Nurkic was blunt about the situation, stating that it had nothing to do with basketball and that Green needs help.
What's going on with him, I don't know. Personally, I feel like that brother needed help. I'm glad he not tried to choke me, but at the same time, it had nothing to do with basketball, man. Like, I'm just out there trying to play basketball, out there swinging.
The league cited his history of unsportsmanlike acts when handing down this season's earlier suspension. He used the same phrase in April, when it suspended Green for a playoff game after he stomped on an already grounded Domantas Sabonis. This is his 3rd incident in 2023 alone, and the pattern started long before then. It's just becoming more common now. Following the defeat, Durant was asked about Green's suspension for hitting KD's teammate Jusuf Nurkic during the game.
Yeah, that was insane to see. Glad Nurk is all right. Never seen that before on the basketball court in the NBA game. I hope Draymond gets the help he needs. It's been incident after incident, so I know Draymond, and that's not, he hasn't been that way when I was around him and coming into the league. So hopefully he gets the help he needs and get back on the court and, put all this stuff behind him.
The Warriors forward has been suspended indefinitely by the NBA for punching Nurkic during the match. Additionally, Green is set to receive counseling and will return to the league only after meeting certain criteria. Steve Kerr eventually said Green went too far when he choked Gobert. But in the immediate aftermath, he justified it by claiming Gobert had his hands on Klay Thompson's neck. More pointed condemnations of the acts from both Kerr and Curry may be necessary.
Yeah, we need him. We need Draymond, but he knows that. We've talked to him, and he's got to find a way to keep his poise and be out there for his teammates.
But if they really have already talked to him about this, after all these years, it's hard to imagine they haven't. It might be time for more drastic interventions. Does the rotation need to be tweaked? Again, the Warriors have actually been better when Green is off the floor this season. Perhaps more time against reserves would lead to a confidence boost. Former NBA star Gilbert Arenas shared a very bizarre take on Green's recent antics, supporting him for what Arenas believes is an attempt to target European players. You won't believe what he had to say.
I know what Dre doing. He's taking care of these Euros one at a time. The media is trying to push these Euros on us, and you choking and slapping them back. I get it, baby. Do your thing.
He only did it to 2.
Yeah, he got about 6, 7 more.
Some of Green's most notable incidents have involved European players, but it has certainly not been exclusive to them. Regardless, this was a very strange take for Arenas that seemed to make the others on his show uncomfortable. According to Nick Young, Draymond Green seems to have it out for foreign players, targeting Sabonis, Gobert, and Nurkic for their background. During a recent episode of Undisputed with Skip Bayless, Young took aim at his former teammate.
He's more of a cheap shot guy, but he tends to do that to a lot of Europeans.
Okay, we got Sabonis and we got...
I understand people don't like Gobert. Gobert is
I understand.
the most unlikable guy, but you know, you don't run in there and grab somebody by their neck.
Right?
Yeah, Draymond had a lot of UFC.
He's got UFC.
Yeah,
he's got WWE.
Yeah, showmanship. Right? Yeah. You know how he ran out? That's how they be running down the ramp.
Yeah.
As NBA fans may recall, there was a time when Nick Young alleged that Draymond Green tried to punch him, much like he did Jordan Poole. Although the two were only teammates for one season, in the wake of Green landing a clean punch on Jordan Poole, Young shared his experience. In a tweet, when a fan asked Young for his thoughts on Green punching Poole, the guard responded, sharing his story while also cracking a joke. The way he sees things, Green must have some sort of beef with players who specialize in corner threes. Draymond tried that same punch with me, lol. Something about corner dudes he hate, lol. Green's on-court antics are just one of the Warriors' issues this season, ESPN NBA analyst Kendrick Perkins believes. He immediately went to Twitter to express his opinion on the Warriors, and specifically on what guard Stephen Curry should do. Free Steph Curry! He don't deserve this. Real talk.
Free him from all the BS that's around him, right? You think about the situation with Klay Thompson in the front office and their contract tension, right, that they have. You look at Andrew Wiggins, who's playing this year like he don't give a damn about playing the game of basketball. Okay, you're watching a guy in Draymond Green that is not reliable, that is acting out of character, that is doing the most, that are costing you games, embarrassing the franchise, embarrassing the league. Steph don't deserve this. Steph is giving us great basketball. Steph have more great basketball to give us. We cannot waste Steph Curry valuable time while he's still here.
For what it's worth, Curry has stated multiple times that he wants to retire in a Warriors jersey, and the franchise obviously has the same intention. Curry and the Warriors, however, need to turn their season around before it's too late. After he was absent on TNT, fans finally got Charles Barkley's hot take on the Green ejection from the Phoenix Suns game on the Dan Patrick Show. Instead of admonishment, Chuck tried to explain what was going on with Draymond Green while drawing from his own experience during the final years of his career.
Dan, I started doing stupid stuff when I couldn't play anymore. It was very frustrating. My last 2 years with the Rockets, I sucked as a player. I actually hit Othello Harrington. Nobody knows about it. Othello Harrington, I hit him in practice because he was working so hard and there was nothing I could do about it. So I threw him down.
Things came to a head when coach Rudy Tomjanovich, who had Barkley's utmost respect, took a vote and everyone decided Chuck won't play.
And I was humiliated, but it was because I couldn't play anymore. So I was playing dirty. I see the same thing with Draymond. He's not the same player, and he's frustrated. But one thing about you have to go old gracefully because he's accomplished a lot in this game. But when you can't play anymore, it's very frustrating, and that's what you see now from him.
Chuck's season opener with the Rockets started with a fight with Charles Oakley, a suspension, and a fine. In one of his final games, both he and his TNT nemesis Shaquille O'Neal were ejected for fighting. These colleagues are empathetic about Green's situation. For the Golden State Warriors, this suspension couldn't come at a worse time. The team has been on the fringe of collapsing, losing multiple games where they have double-digit leads, and plunging into a losing record. It's time for the Golden State Warriors to figure things out, and they're going to have to do it without Draymond Green. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Make sure to like the video and subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.